Good evening, Sleepless Void. Today I wanted to talk about comforting books. This could mean a lot of different things as I'll go over, but mostly what I'm referring to is specifically non-fiction books that are kind of self-help but not definitive, if that makes sense, or not prescriptive. Maybe a little bit prescriptive. Anyway, they are essentially self-help books about how to find comfort or coziness, is a recurring theme in the world. And so I have 3 books that I want to talk about today. There will be more in the future. These are just the 3 that I've started with. And my very first one that I remember anyway, that basically everyone has read, right, is Hygge by Hygge, and he also wrote the second book, which is Lykke, same author, and Hygge is the CEO of the Research Happiness Institute in Denmark, which is considered the happiest country on the planet. So he just has all the possible experience for finding happiness and comfort, and being able to apply that outward. And so the first book, Hygge, is more about coziness type of comfort. A lot of the themes are rain and sweaters and candles and pastries and books and tea and coffee and friendship and camaraderie, and it's such a lovely read. And I think a lot of people in the comments of the reviews complained that it was too basic and that it didn't introduce them to anything new. And I'm not sure that's really the point of this style of book. I think the point is more to reaffirm and remind yourself of who you want to be and how you want to be it. At least that's what it is for me. I'm happy to reread these books over and over again because they're just good reminders of how I can find comfort in little things. And so the other book, or the second book, is Lykke, which is more about happiness itself and the quest for it. So the way it's different from cozy is that it focuses more on social change and issues. Like there was a nice section about universal basic income and how that affects not only people who are in poverty, but the social ecosystem around them. Crime rates go down, people are happier in general because, there's not just a bunch of people suffering in the streets, and so it's better for everyone. And this has been tested in smaller countries or smaller towns, but there's a lot of people who want to bring that outward and even into America, so here's hoping. Now's a good time for it. But like I said, people in comments or in reviews complained that this one is too political, which, I mean, I don't I get why people feel that way, I guess, but it's very sad to me that giving people money is considered political. Or not even giving people, that taking care of people at all levels is considered political. And then on the flip side of that, it's also noted that there's such thing as making too much money. There's actually a very small range in which happiness is optimized, and once you make more than that range, you're actually not focused on your life anymore. You're focused on making money. So people who make over that range, which I think differs based on where you are located, just don't find as much happiness But I did also see in the reviews that people really recommend getting the audiobook of this book because they really like the author's voice. He reads it himself. I have not personally listened to it yet, but I think I might, because I think it would really be comfortable to listen to while I'm cooking or cleaning or just trying to get something done, and just to be able to have like a nice voice talking about happy things, not necessarily like, oh, everything's cheery all the time, but like addressing even dark things in a positive light, or trying to fix things as well. So I may be downloading that soon. We'll see. And then the last book for this video is Cozy, C-O-Z-Y, which is the American version, not to be mistaken for C-O-S-Y Cozy, which is the British version, which I have not yet read, but I'm going to. I have actually already ordered it. But this one is by Isabel Gillies, and the way that it differs from Hygge and Lykke is it's more focused on how to find hygge or coziness in any situation. It's not just, you know, sweaters and tea and pastries. It's finding comfort and coziness in just the little things, like making your bed or bringing a picture in your wallet, or, you know, just little things that, I don't know, spark joy. Okay, I went there. But yes, just finding little things that bring you that's a small comfort, no matter where you are, no matter what's going on in your life. And some parts of the book are very dark and other parts are cheerier. She covers a lot of topics, ranging from refugee camps to her teenage kids, to cigarettes and bars even. You know, she thought that ordering a beer at your favorite bar is cozy, or smoking a cigarette if you're a cigarette smoker, you might find that cozy. I didn't really approve of those last two parts, actually, because I can't recommend this book to someone younger that is going to be influenced by her opinions there. So that disappointed me a little bit about the book. Not that those things can't be cozy, but just that I don't think they should really be glorified at all, if that makes sense. And, you know, as someone who grew up in a household of chain smokers, and my mother was a cocktail waitress and my stepdad was a bartender, so I'm not unfamiliar with cigarettes and alcohol. But even sometimes I do find that cozy. I have bought a tea from August Uncommon Teas, and it smells like, okay, well, my husband said it smells like bourbon and cigars, but to me it smells like whiskey and cigarettes, which is close but a little bit different. And to me, like, even though I don't really drink or smoke, or I've never smoked, I never plan on smoking, and I have maybe one alcoholic beverage a year, but who's counting? I do find this tea very comforting, though, because it reminds me of my childhood in a way, and that, you know, that's both good and bad, but I don't know, there's something nostalgic about it, and I think nostalgia is one way that we can find coziness. Yeah. So that's the 3 books that I have previously read. I think there's actually more, but I can't remember what they are, and I don't have physical copies of any of them. Well, I have one. I only have a physical copy of this one because I read it most recently, so it survived the purge. It's actually quite beautiful. I'm going to hold on to it. Uh-oh, baby's crying. Like and subscribe. Hopefully I'll see you in the next video.